Hi there guys, it's Dan from Polestar in Birmingham here, and today we're sat behind the wheel of one of our Polestar 3 models. This one in particular is a dual motor performance model, but the kind of general gist of the infotainment screen that we're going to go through today is the same for all Polestar 3 models on the road, which is nice and handy for us. The current kind of screen menu that we're on at the moment is the home screen. So the vast majority of the screen is taken up by your typical Google Maps kind of display view, and then we've got some other controls down here which we shall go through as well just shortly. It's going to be quite an in-depth video, but you will be able to kind of skip through to the exact part that you might be stuck on. I mean, quite a lot of it, you know, it's quite an intuitive system, so hopefully you should navigate it quite easily. But the purpose of this today is just to do a complete overhaul and go through it bit by bit really. So unlike the Polestar 2, which you might have come out of, the actual home button for the screen on Polestar 3 is in the bottom right corner here. So when it's lit up in orange at the moment, that you know that you're on the home screen menu. If you tap it again, you'll go full screen on the Google Maps, which is quite handy to know as well. Or tap it again, and then it brings back up the bottom drop-down menu. Now this is split into your Bluetooth on the left-hand side, so you can easily connect your mobile phone and your Bluetooth on the left, and then connect your phone on the right side of there as well for you. And then along the bottom, we've got some shortcut buttons as well. So you've got things like your range and trip information. So if you click on that, it will bring up this menu for you, so you can see your dynamic range based on how you're driving the car, along with like your instant consumption. So if you've got the air conditioning on, the climate control, heated seats, that sort of thing, it's going to pull up there for you what your current instant consumption is and how much of the battery power you're currently using. You do have a range optimization button down here. If we turn that on, you may see the dynamic range figure creep up ever so slightly, just going to predict that you're going to get more range out of the car. On to history, you can see the exact history of the car and the car's life up to the last 100 miles of your trip journeys. So it's going to give you a really good overview of the consumption that you've been using inside the car, and it splits it down between driving, climate and battery care and electronics for you. So it'll give you a breakdown. Obviously this particular model is in our showroom at the moment, so we haven't driven the car, so it is all displaying a 0 at the moment. But the more you drive the car and the more you use it, you will see those figures adapt and change, and then you can kind of focus on you know, conserving less power in your driving style or in your climate usage, or you know, the electronics inside of the car as well, whether it be the heated seats or things like that. On to then the trip meter. You can see your current trip on the car. If you tap on the little arrow in the top right corner, it opens up the distance travelled, the average energy consumption, along with the time and average speed as well. So it gives you that full breakdown there for you. Going back to since the last charge, so that's since the car was last plugged in, whether it be at home or on a fast charger out and about. And then since the last reset, it's at the bottom there for you as well. So that's since you've manually reset it yourself. So click on the little arrow, and then you can go reset, and then that resets all the drive information there for you as well. Back out of that menu now, we'll go back to the home screen. The next one we have along is the radio control button. I won't click it now because we don't want to obviously get anything come up on the screen. But if you tap that, it'll bring up the radio menu. You can go through them individually. There'll be a star icon on the right hand side. I mean, I might be able to show you without it playing anything. There we go. So for example, if we wanted to say radio 1 as our favorite, tap on the little star icon on the right hand side, and there you go, it goes right into your favorite columns for you. Very nice and simple. Back to our journey log. Now we probably will have to sign into this, I should imagine. Yes, we will. So by following the process, continue to log in. The screen will then prompt you to download Google online, and all that it'll ask you to do is, once that's downloaded, is log in using your Polestar ID account, which you should have created already if you purchased the car. Whether it's a new car via Polestar or a certified pre-owned model, you will already have a Polestar ID set up. If you haven't, simply go to polestar.com and create an account and then sign in directly on here. And what the journey log will do is keep track of all the journeys that you've done in the car. It will give you a map view of the route travelled, distance, average speed, consumption used, and all the rest of it as well. So if you're using the car for work purposes, really nice and simple to keep track of those journeys that you are doing. But we shall cancel that for now. The next one along is the 360 bird's eye view camera. Now this is for models fitted with the pilot pack on the car. So if you don't have the pilot pack and you've got a model without that, you will just have a rear camera view on the car's display. But because we're in a pilot pack model today, you can see the drop down 360 view, but it is a 3D view. So you can actually swipe around the car's display and even zoom in or out as well. And what's really nice and cool now is that the image depicted on the screen is actually of your car as well. It will give you the colour, won't do the wheels, but it just so happens that we are in a performance model today, so that is exactly what our car looks like, which is pretty fancy. We can recenter it by tapping that button there, and then if you tap on the screen, you can click front view or split it to show you rear view, or back to 3D with that button there. You do have a rear auto brake deactivation button in the top left corner. If you click that, turn it off, that's going to turn off the rear auto brake, so you can then therefore pretty much get as close to anything you want behind you, whether it be a wall that you need to park close to at home, or a hedge. So if you're worried about that triggering accidentally, you can just turn it off very easily in there in the top left corner. The next control button is the adjustments tab, but we will go through those in just a moment, because when I click on the car icon, it'll open up a shortcut menu. So we'll go through those two in just a moment. Glove box, pretty self-explanatory. Click that and it pops it open for you, just there on the left hand side. And then Google Voice System, that just activates the voice assistant for you. So they can do things like change the temperature on the car, which I shall demonstrate, navigate your home to work, any saved addresses that you got on the nav, change temperature, all that sort of stuff really. Your top view is then pretty much just reserved for your Google Maps, which again is fairly simple. If you're used to Google Maps, it pretty much looks identical to probably what you've got on your mobile phone. So you've got your search bar here in the top right corner, so click on that and you can pop up the drop down menu for you, so you can search in any address or postcode there as you would normally. And then you've got four shortcut buttons here for your charging stations local to you. If you click on that, it's going to give you a drop down menu of all the chargers that are local to us here in Birmingham and how many of them are available. So we can see 3 out of 4. It's a fast charger, it's fairly local, and we've got a few amenities at that one as well. Supermarkets and coffee shops as well. You can click the little up arrow and that will get rid of those shortcut buttons for you if you don't want them to be shown. And then on the right hand side here, you've got the Google Voice command system again. You've also got it down there in the bottom right corner. Settings opens up a menu, so you can change things like the map view, so you can go satellite if you wanted to, rather than like a 3D view like we had previously. Alert, so if you want the car to alert you of things around you, whether it be a drop in speed limit, whether it be traffic up ahead, you know, school zones, things like that, which is really handy for some people. And then route options, that's quite a handy one that you might want to use fairly frequently. If you click on that, you can avoid certain things, whether it be motorways, toll roads, or if you want the car to direct you on more energy efficient routes. So it will divert you away from the motorway, which is quite handy. There we go. Voice guidance, you can mute that if you wanted to, set it to alert only, or go back to unmuted. So you've got 3 modes for that. And then the bottom icon here is your perspective view. So that's obviously a close-up. That is your north-up view, and then that is your overview view of your route. You can also zoom in and out just here on the right-hand side, which is quite cool. So now moving kind of towards the bottom of the screen now, we've got a fixed bar which will normally stay in place regardless of what menu that you're on. Some won't, but most of them will. You've got your hazard warning lights just here in the bottom left hand corner. If for whatever reason the screen did fail, you do have also a backup button up here in the roof, which will show you towards the end as well. The car icon brings up all the other drive menus, which we'll go through really thoroughly as well, so you get a good understanding of what we can do on this page. You've got your seat button there. If you click that, that brings up your 3-stage heated seat for your passenger. And then you've got your temperature zones again for both the passenger and the driver. Tap on the fan icon though, and then that brings up the climate menu. But again, I'll go through that just separately. You've got your app button just down here in the bottom corner. That brings up all the default applications that you've got built in on the car, which I'll go through now quite quickly. So you've got the Bluetooth media player. Click on that and it will prompt you to connect a phone via Bluetooth. There you go, so Bluetooth is activated, and then you're just looking to spot your phone on the Bluetooth pairing list. Radio, we've already kind of gone through that, just brings up all the DAB radio stations for you. Phone, again, click on that and it's going to prompt you to connect your phone via Bluetooth. Same thing as the Bluetooth media player. Range and trip, again, we've done through that, so that's obviously the shortcut button that we had down here in the corner. Google Assistant, that just brings up the Google Voice activation for you. Google Maps takes you back to the home screen. Messages, you will have to connect a phone via Bluetooth first to utilise this, and what it will do when it's connected is it will read out all of your messages through the car, so anything through WhatsApp or just standard SMS. As soon as it's received and it's connected via Bluetooth, it will give you a notification at the top of the screen. It will give you the option to play the message and also respond to it as well, which is quite handy. Apple CarPlay, you do have that built in on the Polestar 3, and it is wireless as well. So click on that. Again, it will prompt you to connect your phone via Bluetooth first, and once your phone's connected, there'll be a button on your Bluetooth device to also click Apple CarPlay on that, so you can connect it wirelessly. Settings opens up all of the settings on the car, which again we're going to go through in the next menu. Journey log, we've done that, and then the performance tab is just so you can time things like your 0 to 60 time if you want to. So if I allow these, you can see your G-force meter, and then you can also do your launch timings as well, as you can see on the left hand side, obviously when it's safe to do so and not on public roads. And then here in the bottom left hand corner, you've got the Google Play Store, so click on that. It will prompt you to sign in using your Google account, which you can do via popping in your email if you wanted to. We can't do it on this profile at the moment because we're on the guest one, but normally if you're on the owner's profile, it will allow you to sign in using a QR code. All you'll need is just a Gmail account, and then you can download all your favourite apps on the car. Spotify, YouTube on here, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube Music, you've got it all on there to play around with. And then in the bottom right hand corner, we also have an owner's manual as well. You do have a physical copy in the glove box, but it's really nice to have it one on the screen, because then if there's anything you're stuck on, whether it be a safety feature, you can go into that menu, or even just search for exactly what you're looking for as well. So really, really nice and easy to find anything that you're looking for. So we're now on the shortcut menu, guys. Now to get to this from the home screen, tap on the little car icon in the bottom left corner, and it brings up the menu for you. So starting on the left hand side here, you've got your light controls, and these for all of your exterior lights and interior lights as well. So interior brightness, that'll do it for your central display touchscreen along with the driver display behind the steering wheel. You can change the interior colour from white to gold, which is quite handy and unique, so you can change the colour on that there. Moving from the interior, we're now looking at the exterior lights on the car. So we've got the option to change the headlights, so it's not on the steering wheel at all, it's all through the central display. I mean, normally you'll want to just leave it on auto, and then it'll take care of the lights for you. So nighttime driving, the lights are going to turn on automatically for you, but you can override that and put them on manually if you want to yourself. That's obviously your side lights, and that's for your reduced visibility driving as well. And you can turn them off just there on the right hand side. You've got the option to turn on or off your rear fog light with a click of the button just there. And you can also, which is really handy if you do a lot of driving overseas when you're going to be driving on the right hand side rather than the left, you can turn that on and then obviously when you're overseas, and it'll adjust the headlight position so it doesn't dazzle oncoming drivers coming at you in the opposite direction. But we'll turn that off for now because we are in the UK. You've got the display brightness for the driver's display behind your steering wheel, which is quite handy. There you go, along with your central touch screen. Screen cleaning mode, click that and it will lock off the screen temporarily, so you can give it a good wipe down with a microfiber cleaning cloth, and then adjust the head-up display with the button down there. And you can then use the buttons on the right hand side of the steering wheel, which will demonstrate and to adjust that for you, which is really handy. So you can adjust the brightness of it along with the position as well to suit you. Moving on from the lights, we go to driver adjustments. We're moving away from the central display. We're talking about the steering wheel and how you adjust it, along with things like the exterior mirrors, because you do it all via the control buttons here on the steering wheel pad. So to adjust things like the steering wheel, you want to click on the adjustments tab on the car's display, and then it's going to bring up that menu for you. So for example, if we wanted to adjust things like the steering wheel, we can go left, which takes the wheel further into the dash, right arrow brings it further out towards you, down arrow brings it down, and then the up arrow brings it out. Nice and simple. Same buttons again, but if we now change that to the side mirrors and adjust the left mirror, you can adjust the left mirror on here, and then same thing for the right mirror. So nice and simple. You can also adjust things like the heads-up display in front of you. Left and right on here is going to adjust the brightness of the heads-up display, and then up and down we can adjust the position too. We can't adjust the heads-up display left or right, only up and down, and then the left or right does the brightness for you. Nice and simple. So now we've spoke about the adjustment side of things, guys. I'll focus on the kind of the stalks behind the steering wheel, what they kind of do. So your left stalk, for example, is just your indicators. So tap that up and down, nice and simple for you. Auto high beam, if you want to activate that, push the stalk away from you, and that's going to bring on the auto high beam when the car is in drive. Your wiper control is on a circular dial on the end of the stalk. So with that on, it goes to stage 1 for us. But to put in auto, flick it to the auto position and you'll get the little symbol come up in the bottom left corner of the display as well. To clean your front windscreen, you want to use the top button on the top of the stalk, and the bottom one will do your rear windscreen for you as well. Nice and simple. The right stalk is reserved just for your gear selector. So to put the car into drive, you want to put foot on the brake, all the way down for drive, all the way up for reverse, half click and hold for neutral, and then to put the car back into park again, it's the P button at the very end of the stalk. Click that in, put the parking brake on, and then you are good to get out. Nice and simple. The display behind you here is actually configurable. So we've got it in the speed kind of focus view at the moment. To change that view, you want to click on the bottom arrow on the right hand side of the pad here. Click that, and it'll cycle between 3 modes for you. So that's your Google Maps view. That is your driving assist view. So when the car again is in drive, it's going to pick up all the other cars around you. So we've got a car currently in the showroom in front of us, and it's picking that car just up there. And this also picks up pedestrians and cyclists as well, which is really nice and handy. There we go. Click it again, and then you're back to your speed focus view. You've got your speed just here on the left hand side, speed limit down there in the bottom left hand corner, what gear you're in on the side here, along with your battery level and mileage remaining on the car as well. Nice and simple. The left pad is currently reserved for the cruise control on the Polestar 3. So to activate it, make sure the car's in drive and moving, and then what you want to do is push the right hand stalk down. That's going to set the cruise for you, and then to adjust your speed, you want to use the up and down buttons here just on the left hand side of the steering wheel pad. Nice and simple. And then obviously the right hand pad will do the display control view, cycles through the different modes, and the top button will do the Google Voice command. So you can use that through your voice or click the top button, and then it's going to bring up the Google Assistant for you there. So another option to use as well. We've also got a shortcut button just here to open the rear boot as well behind us. Rain sensitivity, that is for your automatic wipers up front. So providing they're on automatic, you've got 3 modes for how quickly and how frequently you want those to wipe as well. So we're on stage 3 at the moment, which is the most sensitive mode. And then we've also got a shortcut button just here to pop the glove box open as well. Along the bottom, so your occupant locking, now what that will do, if we tap on that, is effectively disengage the interior alarm on the car. So if you do need to temporarily leave, like your dog, any pets inside of the car, or anyone temporarily, you can turn that off, so then it will reduce the alarm. Because otherwise, with that on, if you were to leave anyone inside the car and walk away from it, and the car will lock, the car's then going to sound an alarm to alert you of presence inside the car. So if you need to leave anyone in the car temporarily, unlock it, turn that off temporarily. Child lock, that's going to lock off both of your rear doors and the rear windows on the car. Reduced alarm, that's going to reduce the sensitivity of the interior and exterior alarms. So if you need to park the car in a garage or somewhere out of sight where you might be worried about the alarm triggering accidentally, you can turn that off at the touch of a button, which is really handy. Performance, what that's going to do is engage the second motor on the car. It will light up in orange when you click it. You might see the dynamic range on the car's display in front of you drop ever so slightly, just because the car's not going to be working as efficiently because you're using both motors on the car, but it does give you the full performance of the dual motor Polestar 3. And then your lane keeping aid, simple as that. You can tap it, turns it off, tap it again, and it will engage for you. And the idea of the lane keeping aid is to prevent the car from running off the road. So if you're driving along, providing the car's got 2 white lines to follow, if it detects you veering off to the left or the right, it will nudge you back in course, back into lane, which is obviously a really nice safety feature. And then at the top of the display here is your brightness, again, for the displays in front of you. So you can adjust that as much as you want, or then raise it back up again. So guys, you may notice if you look above you, you've got a few buttons here above you. So right in the middle is your hazard warning light. So you do have the button on the display in the bottom left hand corner, but for whatever reason the screen isn't available to use, click that, and that's obviously hazard warning lights just there. The other lights surrounding it, the other buttons, sorry, are for the interior lights on the car. So left button puts on your reading light for your passenger, Same one for your right side, that's for your driver. One above it puts on all of the interior lights for the cabin, so it makes it nice and easy to see things, something if you've lost it, for example. Click it again, and it'll turn them off. And what you can actually do is if you hold the button down, it'll dim them for you to get you the exact amount of light that you want. There we go. Click it again, then it'll turn it off. You've got auto off just here in the top left hand corner, so tap that, turns it orange, so then when you open the doors at night, it's not going to put on the lights for you automatic, which is nice and handy if you want to keep it nice and dark inside the cabin when you are getting out of the car at night. Tap that in again and it will go white, and then when you open the door, the lights are going to come on for you. SOS is for your 999 emergency services on the car, and then Connect puts you through to roadside assistance cover. Pardon me. So you've got that on the car for the first 3 years of its life, so that's for the roadside assistance on the car. So if for whatever reason anything ever goes wrong, whether it be a puncture or anything was to ever fail whilst you're out and about on the move, click the Connect button. All they'll need from you is your car details, your details, a rough idea of where you are, and they shall aim to be with you within 90 minutes time. You've also got here a shortcut button to turn on the front defrost for the front windscreen, along with your heated rear window as well. Click that, it'll go orange for you, so you know that it has been activated, and tap it again and it'll turn off for you. So what we'll do now, guys, is going to demonstrate how to connect your Polestar 3 up to the mobile app on the car. So click on the profile that you want to connect the app to, go to Polestar app, and then click start. Make sure that you've got the 2 key cards with you in the car at the time of pairing. Put them on the wireless phone charging pad to read them, and then continue. Make sure you've got the Polestar app downloaded on your mobile phone and you are signed in using your Polestar ID. Once you are logged in, you'll get to this menu here where it says start pairing process. That is for Polestar 2. If you swipe across, we'll go to the 3, and then scan your QR code to pair. Brings up your camera. We can then put that in front of the car, and then that connects it straight away on our end here, so we can see all of the car statistics along with the car's menu as well, like the state of charge and whether the car is unlocked and everything as well. That is all connected on our end now, so we can go back out of that menu and we are all enabled and ready to use. So this is an overview of your Polestar app, so you can see the doors are currently unlocked. We can see our timers that we previously set on the car's menu. If you want to quickly activate it, tap on the fan icon, and then that will start the preconditioning process for you. You can see the car's current charge limit, but tap that and it will cycle you through the different menus as well and change that. And you can also view the car's current position and location.